Someone gets arrested tonight, or their kid does. The phone call nobody ever wants comes in, and the clock starts running before they even process what happens. They're not looking for an article. They're not going to read a blog post about the criminal justice system. They need a name, and they need it now. So they open ChatGPT and type in best criminal defense lawyer near me. A few names come back. They call one tonight. Here's what makes defense different, though. The urgency is obvious, the stakes are sky high, and the machine knows it, which means AI will not make a criminal defense recommendation from thin signals. It wants to be sure before it puts a name on the most important phone call of someone's life. I'm Marc Apple. I run Forward Push Law Firm Marketing, and we spent about a month mapping which firms break through in AI search. And stick with me, because if you've got a real trial record and you're still invisible, I'm going to show you exactly why and how to fix it for free. So for the last 20 years, getting found meant ranking on Google. 10 blue links, and the searcher did the picking. You could sit in second, third, fourth, maybe even 10th on the page and still get the call because actual humans scrolled and compared and made up their own mind. The AI tools don't work that way. Ask one for the best criminal defense lawyer in town, and it hands back 3 names and a reason for each. There is no list of 10 to scan. You're either in the answer or you're nowhere to be found. And I'll tell you, people trust the pick. A scared person who gets handed 3 names doesn't go digging for a 4th. They start dialing the ones that the large language model just vouched for. For criminal defense, that shift is brutal because the person asking has no time to scroll and every reason to trust the first name that ChatGPT just vouched for. And so don't take my word for it. Do this with me right now. Pause the video if you need to. Open up ChatGPT on your phone or on your computer. Type in the way your client would. Best criminal defense lawyer in your city, your actual city. Hit go and read the names. Now open up Claude. Same question. Read those names too. I bet the 2 lists barely match. Now try it in Gemini. And a lot of time, it will name nobody at all. Just a little speech about how to choose a good attorney. Now, I want you to look at the reasons that each tool gives. Most likely, it's going to say that the firms are recognized by super lawyers or listed on Justia. Notice what it almost never says. It never says, I read the law firm's website and they seem great. The reasons come from somewhere else. I want you to hold on to that thought because it turns out to be the whole key. And then this is the search that stings. Type the name of the defense firm in your market that keeps beating you to new clients that should be yours. Read what the machine says about them. That gap right there on your own screen, that's what this whole video is about. Here's what the research showed for criminal defense. The category has strong firm-to-site presence when the tools showed their sources, but directories stayed just as strong. I'm talking super lawyers and Justia were consistent sources. Best lawyers and BCCG search were in the mix too. Now, that means one thing, and it's loud and clear. AI is not going to recommend a defense lawyer from thin signals. A vague website is a problem. A generic bio, that's a problem. Weak third-party reinforcement is a problem. In a category of this high stakes, every one of those is a reason for the machine to pass you over and name someone else. Now, here's the objection I hear from defense lawyers all the time. Marc, I have the trial record. Acquittals, dismissals, real results. Why would the machine skip me? And I've seen exactly that. Serious trial attorneys who barely register in AI search because their digital footprint looks like a generic service listing. The words on their website could describe any firm in any city. Their Justia profile is incomplete. Their super lawyers listing doesn't reflect what they actually do now. And here's the hard truth. The machine can't tell the difference between a serious trial attorney and an average one if the signals don't reflect reality. Your track record is real. The machine just can't see it. And what it can't see, it can't recommend. That's the gap a lot of defense firms don't realize they have. Now, I'm going to say something that most agencies will never say to your face. Being named is not the same as being the best. This is about who the machine mentions, not who wins new clients. A firm with strong, consistent profiles will out-appear a better firm the machine simply can't see. So if a weaker defense competitor keeps coming up while you don't, hear me clearly. They didn't out-lawyer you. They got recognized. And that's the part that you can fix. And I'll tell you the moment that this got personal for me. We had a client. I'm talking a good firm, a sharp lawyer, the kind of person that you'd actually want in your corner if your life fell apart. And a firm down the street with worse reviews kept pulling in cases that he should have won. So I ran the searches, and the answer was sitting right there in front of me. The other firm had complete, consistent profiles on every directory the machine trusts. My client, well, he had a profile page that was 3 years stale and a profile listing a practice area he dropped years ago. The machine wasn't judging who was the better attorney. It can't do that. It was reading who turned in their homework. Now, that should sting a little, and good, let it. Because the boring work that he skipped is the exact work you can go do right now. Now, I'm sure some of you are thinking, Mark, I don't care about any of this. My defense work comes from referrals. And hey, good for you. Referrals are the best business there is. But the referral still checks you out. Before that friend ever calls, they type your name into an AI tool to see what comes back. And if the machine has nothing to say about you, or worse, hands them 3 other names with glowing reasons for each, that warm referral just went cold on your doorstep. So referrals don't protect you from this. They actually run straight through it. And I know who I'm talking to. I'm sure a lot of you have been burned. You hired a marketing agency that promised page 1 and handed you a report full of words that turned into a single phone call. You sat through the second round of marketing interviews and walked out thinking, they're all the same. So let me be straight about what this is. This is not me selling you a bigger SEO package. This is me telling you that the front page of the internet has moved, and you can check every word of it yourself right now for free. You don't have to trust me. You just have to trust your own screen right in front of you. And while we're being honest, let me tell you what fixing this will not do, because I'm not here to sell you a fantasy. It will not turn a weak firm into a stronger one. If your reviews are bad because your service is bad, this won't save you. And if you don't return calls, no amount of profile work fixes that. What this does is it makes a good defense firm findable. It does nothing for a bad one. And I'd rather you hear that from me now than feel cheated later. The defense firm that perform better make 4 things obvious: who they are, what they handle, where they practice, and why they belong in the category. It's quite simple. Clear positioning so the site isn't interchangeable with every other firm in town. Strong attorney authority signals that put your real experience where the machine can read it. Alignment between your website and your third-party profiles so they tell the same story. And market-specific reinforcement that makes your city fit impossible to miss. Criminal defense AI visibility and a stronger digital reputation are the same project. It's the same work. There is no separate AI play. And in this category, every bit of uncertainty you remove improves your odds of being the name on that midnight phone call. So here's what I think happens next. These tools, they learn by repetition. Every month that your name sits in the sources they trust, the pattern hardens. And the harder it gets for anyone to knock you out of the top spot for the defense work in your market. And it's worse than just waiting, because while you sit there, the competitor down the street who's paying attention, well, they're filling in the profiles, they're stacking up reviews, and they're teaching the machine to say their name first. The gap you're looking at today is the smallest it's ever going to be. And look, I made this whole study free for a reason. The full breakdown is up on our website right now, and I'm going to leave a link to it in the description so you can go read it. Run the 4 searches for your own practice in your own city. Look at your own scoreboard. You do not need a marketing agency to do that for you. And if you look at the gap and you decide you don't want to spend the next year watching a worse firm get named first in the market that you should own, that's when you call us. Or go to our website and fill out a form. We only work with serious firms that are looking to grow, but there's no pressure tonight to do that. Because here's the only thing that actually matters once I turn off this camera. Right now, someone is going to ask ChatGPT for the best criminal defense lawyer in their town. And the only question worth asking is whether yours is one of them.